The moment your phone vibrates, your entire life changes. Not because you've won the lottery, not because you become famous, but because someone sends you a message with just 8 words: the country is for sale. Interested? At first, you laugh. Countries aren't sold like houses. They aren't listed on marketplaces. You ignore the message until another file arrives. Satellite images, government debt, military reports, natural resources, population statistics, a legal proposal. Then you realize something unbelievable. A tiny island nation, drowning in debt, has secretly decided to transfer sovereignty to a private buyer under an internationally negotiated agreement. And somehow you are the only person invited. You had exactly 48 hours to decide. You empty every investment, sell every company, borrow billions, convince investors, risk everything you've ever owned. 48 hours later, the contract is signed. Congratulations. You don't own a business. You don't own a skyscraper. You own an entire country. Millions of people wake up with a brand new leader. And that leader's you. The world immediately explodes. Breaking news. A billionaire buys sovereign nation. Social media crashes under endless debates. Some call you a genius. Others call you a dictator before you've even made your first decision. Foreign governments demand explanations. Financial markets panic. Your phone never stops ringing. But you don't have time to celebrate, because the first government briefing begins in exactly 5 minutes. The room feels heavier than anything you've ever experienced. Military commanders, economic advisors, scientists, emergency officials. They all stand as you enter, not because they know you, because protocol demands they salute the head of state. The realization finally hits. Every signature you make now changes history. Your first report is terrifying. The Treasury has enough money for only 3 weeks. Hospitals are running low on medicine. Power stations need urgent repairs. Half the roads are falling apart. Youth unemployment has reached record highs. And neighboring countries are already testing your borders. Owning a country sounded exciting. Running one is a completely different game. You begin making impossible decisions. Cut unnecessary government spending. Reduce corruption. Digitize public services. Create transparent budgets anyone can inspect online. Every government payment becomes publicly traceable. Citizens watch every dollar move in real time. People are shocked. For the first time they actually trust their government. Investors notice. Global companies begin arriving. Factories open. Technology parks appear. Thousands of new jobs are created. Within months, unemployment starts falling. People who once planned to leave now return home. Your approval ratings soar. The media calls it an economic miracle. But success creates new enemies. Powerful corporations hate your transparency laws. Corrupt politicians lose influence. Smuggling networks lose billions. Cyber attacks begin almost every day. Banks are targeted. Government servers are attacked. Entire cities briefly lose electricity. Intelligence agencies warn you someone is trying to collapse your government before it becomes a global example. Then something even worse happens. A neighboring superpower sends warships near your waters. Officially they are conducting military exercises. Unofficially they are testing your courage. The world watches. One wrong move could start an international crisis. You refuse to respond with threats. Instead you broadcast every military movement live. Every satellite image. Every radar scan. Every diplomatic conversation. Nothing is hidden. Millions watch the live stream. The transparency embarrasses everyone trying to escalate the conflict. The warships quietly leave. Without a single shot fired. Your country becomes famous for something no one expected. Innovation. You launch the world's first AI-assisted government. Artificial intelligence processes paperwork in minutes instead of months. Medical AI helps doctors diagnose disease faster. Traffic AI eliminates endless congestion. Education becomes personalized for every student. Farmers use satellite AI to predict harvests. Crime falls because predictive systems identify risks before they become disasters. Tourists flood into the country just to see how the future works. Other governments begin copying your systems. Universities write books about your reforms. The impossible starts becoming normal. Then nature reminds everyone who's really in charge. Without warning, a massive cyclone appears. Meteorologists estimate it will directly hit your country within 48 hours. Entire cities could disappear. Millions of lives are at risk. Panic spreads instantly. Airports fill. Highways become gridlocked. People expect chaos. Instead, your emergency AI predicts flooding street by street. Every citizen receives a personalized evacuation route. Thousands of drones deliver medicine. Autonomous rescue boats move before the storm even arrives. Military helicopters evacuate hospitals. Volunteers coordinate through one national emergency network. The cyclone finally hits. Buildings collapse. Trees fall. Waves destroy coastlines. But something unbelievable happens. Casualties remain astonishingly low. The world calls it one of the most successful disaster responses in modern history. Years pass. The nation transforms. Clean cities. World-class universities. Free high-speed internet. Advanced hospitals. Renewable energy powers nearly everything. Crime reaches historic lows. The passport becomes one of the strongest in the world. People from every continent apply for citizenship. Children who once dreamed of leaving now dream of building their future at home. The country becomes one of the happiest places on earth. Everything seems perfect. Until one final question changes everything. One evening, you walk alone through the capital city. Families laugh in parks. Students fill cafes. Businesses stay open late. The economy is stronger than ever. A young child recognizes you. He walks over and asks a simple question. Will you always be our leader? You stop, because you finally understand something. Countries should never depend on one person. No matter how capable, no matter how successful. Real greatness isn't building a nation that needs you forever. It's building one that can thrive without you. The next morning you announce the most unexpected decision of your life. Free national elections, independent courts, a constitution limiting executive power, transparent succession. Power will peacefully transfer through democracy. Many advisors think you've gone insane. Why give away absolute control? Because true ownership was never about possession. It was about responsibility. Years later history remembers you differently. Not as the billionaire who bought a country, but as the leader who proved that trust, transparency, innovation and courage can transform an entire nation. The contract that started this journey is now displayed inside the National History Museum. Tourists stare at it every day, reading the signature that changed everything. Your signature. And as you quietly leave office, watching the nation continue to flourish without you, you smile. Because in the end the greatest country you ever owned was the one you taught to own its own future.